Everyone, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the club. So in today's video, I'm going to keep my promise that I made in my last video that I will show you the Tesla trades that I make and the stocks that I own and how I play Tesla options on a regular basis. Now, if I were to explain you options, it's going to take an entire day, so I'm not going to spend that much time on it, but I'll show you what I do with Tesla options on a regular basis. I think you will enjoy what I have to show you here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Now there is multiple things on the screen. First, there's a spreadsheet of an account that I opened last year to play Tesla, options, stock, and also some other stocks. And I'll tell you the reason why I did that. My second account is that I had since 2013, maybe not 2013, I think before that, but I bought my first Tesla shares in 2013 in that account, and I will show you how many shares I hold in that account as of today. Okay, so sharing my screen here. So what you see here is the chart of an account that I opened last July in 2020, and I basically opened this account to play Tesla on a more day-to-day basis. See, I'm a big diamond hand guy of Tesla, and I'll show you why I'm a big diamond hand guy, and I think you will agree with the reason that I have. I'm really scared to touch my other account that hold majority of my Tesla shares and some Apple shares and stuff to play on a day-to-day basis. So for that reason, I opened a new account. I bought some new Tesla shares in that account so that I can play options on those. Okay, so what I did is on 7/24, you see that I bought about 100 shares, and then 7/30, I bought 100 shares pre-split. Okay, right same day, I basically sold a covered call on those 200 shares. Okay, covered call is basically you're betting that the stock price is going to be this much, and if it hits this much, they take away the stock from you or the buyer of the call that you sold to. Because I sold the call, somebody had to buy it, they will take away the stock price at that price. So I sold 1550. I betted that stock price is going to be by August 17th, it's going to be 1550, and I sold 2 covered calls. Of course, my stocks were called away. One of the biggest mistakes that I made with my Tesla stock. I would never do that again. I never sell covered calls. Some people say, why don't you covered calls? You have this many shares. You can easily sell covered calls and retire. No, I don't want to lose my Tesla share because I feel this is just the start of the company. Okay, so as you can see, I bought 200 shares. I lost 200 shares, but of course I made some money because I paid a total of $288,000 for those 200 shares, and I sold it for $309,000. So I made some money, fine. But I didn't want to make this money at that time. Trust me, with Tesla, I do not want to make money right now because I know it can give me so much more money in the coming days, in the coming years. Okay, so after that, I got a little aggressive. I was like, okay, this is BS. I can't have this opportunity pass me by like this just by sitting on the sidelines. So then I got a little aggressive and I started buying Tesla share. So I bought 200, 100, 100, 100. And then you see here, I made the same covered call mistake again. That's why you see those 200 shares gone. Same thing. And I'm like, okay, I can't let this happen again and again. So I made a promise to myself that I would never are going to sell a covered call on Tesla. Okay, and I don't. I hate it. On Apple, on Google, on Amazon, I might do it, but not on Tesla. Okay, so then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to now buy more. So I buy. So as you can see, I have about 1,020 Tesla shares in this account, and my average cost is about $586.34 in this account that I opened last year in July. Okay, now I'm going to highlight these stocks right here, okay? I'm going to change the color here so that you guys, and I'll tell you in a reason why. Okay, now let's take a pause for a second and let's look at my other account that I have, and I do my trading with E-Trade. In my other account, I bought the first Tesla share in 2013, and I bought it for $11.40. Now, I bought 100 shares at that time. This is pre-split, so I bought 100 shares for $55, but right now it shows 500 shares for $11.40. But I bought 100 shares for $55 and some cents. My total cost was $10,995. And in today's value, when I recorded this video, my profit on those 100 shares is about $343,795. Like, that's how much I have made by investing 11 grand. So I made about 6,000% on those 100 shares. It's insane. Okay. Then after that, I bought in 2018. Look, from 2013 to 2018, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I think I was building company or busy with work. That I did not touch Tesla. I don't know why. I should have bought more. But I didn't. Anyway, So in 2018, I started buying, could have, would have, should have, right? Yeah. So in 2018, I started buying 50, 100, 100, 170. Then I got, you know what, this company is awesome. And because in 2015, I actually bought a Tesla, you know, and I started driving and I'm like, this is amazing. This car is great. And then I bought 400, 125, 500, 200, 55, 10, 10, 200. So I continue buying. And if you see, I am still buying. So this year I bought on 225, 225, then 226, 200 more shares. I'm still buying, you know, and look at my price, 672, 685, 726, you know, I mean, like I buy it. Before that, 429, 47. Look at this, you know, that's my price in 2019. Insane. So in this account, I have about 2,400 Tesla shares. And in this account, I have about 1,000 Tesla shares. And in my 401k account, I have about 500 Tesla shares. So overall, I counted that I have about over 4,000 Tesla shares. Okay, now let me show you, now let's forget about everything that I said, and let me show you the options I was talking about. So Tesla options is a tab I created. Look, 724, I basically started to play options, okay? Options, options, options. And just look at this side, okay, for 2020 right now. And look, I continue playing, buy, 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 sell, buy, buy, sell, buy, sell. I continue doing this aggressively all the way to 12/31/2020, okay? I bought like almost every day, I think. I probably missed a day here and there, but I probably bought a lot. Okay, now I'm going to highlight the trade, which is going to make sense for you, because if I go through all of it, you're gonna be watching this video for the whole day. I don't want you to do that. So look at this. I bought calls. I buy calls. I don't sell covered calls on Tesla anymore. No, I don't like it. I'm too chicken for that. I buy calls. So I bought a Tesla call for September 16, 2022 for 600 call. Okay, I bought it. I bought 5 of them, and total I paid $85,888. Okay, that's a huge amount. Okay, but that's what you do if you have conviction. If you have strong conviction, is that what you do? Okay, so I bought 5 calls on that day at $85,888 I spent. Then my plan now is to play options so I can have money to buy Tesla stock. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you here. So then what I did is, starting December, because Tesla has skyrocketed, S&P 500, they just entered, so Tesla was going to the moon. So then I start selling those calls, okay? I would have kept it so far, but no, that's not my goal. And that's why, see, buying is completely different. Buying, everybody can buy. Selling is a different ballgame. You need to time the selling, not time the market, time your selling so that you can get most out of it. So check out here. So on December 18th, I sold 1 call, just 1, because I was still hoping that price is gonna go up. I sold 2 more calls that I had. Okay, I had 5. Remember, I sold 2 more calls, and I sold 1 more call. So if I were to calculate all 3, I basically got $92,341, and I spent $88,000, if you remember, for buying the call, and I got 92. I still have 1 more call remaining. Just from 4, I got this much money. Okay, then in January, or in February 2nd, I actually sold that last call just this February for $41,498. Okay, 1. So what I have done is I have put together a sheet here. So on 9/1, right here, as you see, I bought 5 contracts for $85,888, and 12/18, I sold 4 contracts for $92,341, and on February 2nd, I sold 1 contract for $41. So total profit I made from these 5 calls is $47,951.91. That's what I made after selling these calls because I bought them less, sold them high. Okay, here's a problem now. What do I do with this money? Okay, and that's my whole point of showing you this, is to just cover this part here. So I'll go back to this sheet now, and if you see here, so look, I sold that option on February 2nd, 2021, and I had $47,000 in profit. I need to use it. So then I went back, and on February 9th, I started buying Tesla again. And if you look at the total, I spent $43,329. Not my money, my profit that I made on the call. Okay, to buy How many more shares? 55 more shares of Tesla. Okay, so my goal here is to everyone, for you guys to see that I trade Tesla options for one goal, not to make money to keep it in my pocket, but so that I can own more Tesla shares. That's my main objective of playing options. That's why I'm so chicken to play covered calls or to do any crazy. No. I take my time and I sit back and I just play when the time is right. Okay, I'm very tight when it comes to investing. I don't want to just invest. If somebody says, "Oh, buy this stock," I'll just go, "All right, I'm buying this stock." I don't do that. I need to be I need to have conviction. I need to have that solid approach that, you know what, this is going to give me back something and it's not going to take away my money from me. Right now, for open trade, this is what I have open. Of course, I have all the shares right in my main account. I'm not touching those. They will be there until I retire probably. And when the Tesla is going to be $10,000, then I'll share, and then probably I'll sell like 100 shares and I'll live off of that. That's my plan. Okay, so right now in my July account that I opened last year, these are the open option trade I have. So I have sold some puts for December of 2021, and I have bought some calls for December of 2021, and I have bought 2 leap calls for January 2023 for $900. So if you look here, all of these are making right now money for me. I'm not doing anything. I'm basically buying in. December is too far out, and we know earnings is coming up. So my plan is before the earnings, I'm going to get out of all these trades. Sell them all. If I have bought the puts, sell the puts. If I have sold the calls, if I have bought the calls, sell the calls. Okay. So in this case, if you see minus here, that means I've sold these puts. Okay. Now selling puts, buying calls, I'm going to do another video explaining it step by step. But basically what it means is that by December, if the Tesla stock is at 550, I am obligated to buy 1,000 shares of Tesla with the cost of $550,000 because one kind of contract is 100 shares. That's fine. I would buy 1,000 shares of Tesla tomorrow for $500. Okay, I would do it because I know the stock is going to go up, and that's my plan here. Okay, so then in December I have a 700 call and 720 call. Now with Giga Berlin, GigaTex is opening up, and with more and more volume of the cars, with AI Day coming up, I'm going to link my video here, shameless plug. But I feel that Tesla stock is going to be through the roof by December. It's going to be touching $900 to $1,000. Just imagine what's going to happen with these calls by that time. Right now, it's at 750, and look, I'm making 24 grand on this. I'm making 8 grand. I'm making 19 grand on this. Just imagine if the stock goes to 800, 850, towards the earnings, what's going to happen then with these options. But I'm not keeping them. I'm going to get out before the earnings, because what happens after the earnings? It goes down, and that's when I will buy more stock. See, the whole point is, and I'm sorry the video is kind of getting too longer, but it really gets me excited when I talk about it because I feel that everybody should be doing it. So my only hope by sharing this with you is to kind of show you that how you can too easily trade Tesla, because it's such a wonderful stock, it's such a wonderful company, and you only do this kind of trades if you're bullish on a company. If I'm bearish, if I feel company has no future, I try not to get involved with those companies because I feel like it's just too much of time looking into the company on a day-to-day basis, So I don't really buy puts, I sell puts, and I don't usually sell calls. I buy calls because I don't want to lose my shares, and I'm only betting on the companies that are going up, in price. It's my approach, and it has served well for me. I have, since I opened my portfolio back in 2008 or 2000, something like that, around that time when I opened, I'm up almost 200% on my portfolio. So it served me well. In Tesla alone and Apple alone, Apple I bought I think like $20 a share, and it's like 130 right now, and I own a lot of shares of Apple, Amazon, Google, all the big companies, the companies that nobody knows about. Farfetch, I don't know how many of you know about it or not. I bought the stock for $10. It's at like $50 right now. So there are many things that when I'm trying to invest, I look at, and most of those things are basically trying to find these disruptive companies and trying to use their product. That's what I'm a big believer in. If I'm using a product of a company and if I like it, and if I like what they have done, wow, full on, yes. If they are a publicly traded company, I am going to back that company up. Farfetch, I was using the app for years before I basically invested my money in it, and of course, Amazon. Who doesn't know Amazon? Apple. First I had Apple iPhone, and that's when I started invested in the company. So I feel like all these companies are so great, but again, you need to take your time to build the conviction, and then if you build the conviction and if you know you are in the right direction, then go full force. Have that big strong stomach to go and invest the money right now. And the strategy that I have taken, which I basically tell everyone, is that try not to use your own money to buy stocks. And that's what you need to master. Because if you continue using your own money, you have to work for the money, right? How many Tesla stocks can you buy? Like, look at this. For me to use my $50,000, my earned money, and then buy the stock, I don't think it's a smart idea. The smart idea and the smart investor is who makes profit from the existing money and then buy the stock, in my opinion. All right. So I really hope you liked today's video. Next video, I'm going to show you a strategy that I use to basically buy options without using my money. Yeah, it's brilliant. I think it's working. I recently discovered it just a few months ago. I've been testing it. I've been doing it so far. Working great. So I'll share that with you. The option trade that I showed you here on the screen is actually all these options were bought with that strategy. But of course, you need to have some margin in your account because of course they use some margin. You need to have some history with the bank, so you have some margin on the account. And if you have those things, you can absolutely do these trades like anything. I have like open margin of $3.5 million. I'm hardly using like 200,000 from it. So again, those are the things that we go more and more in detail as I post more and more videos. This is a new channel and I could really use your support, so please hit that like, share, and subscribe. And of course, if I provide any value, leave a comment, let me know what would you like to see next, and I would try to make videos on that. Thank you so much for supporting, and until next time, you all have a wonderful day.